Good ride long. Tell it, no biting. There they are. Now, you fixed those flame flies fast. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo-Choo here. Let's see. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There's no time to look back. Too busy moving on. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Flash the slash. Metal that's scrapped, all was shiny and chrome. Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Says the name is Choo-Choo, and he likes to ride the rails. Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on? Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect every time. Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again. Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo. He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the situation. Says sometimes life runs off the rails, but it's always better when they're good and greased. He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get back on track. Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off, so he's happy you're here to do it for him. Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run. This thing has a mind of its own. Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. There they are. Now, catch them. You fixed those flame flies fast. great for building things. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. Good hit.
على هي دي بكتب كل شيء متهفن.
See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. The scrap keeps piling up. That's Camp Thistle, and it's about whatever you do it right, or don't do it at all. Stand against that. Well placed. Gigawatts. Wonder what's up there. Looking for treasure. This one is
Everything's so bright!
I mean, sure, if you like that sort of thing.
Just close your eyes if reality's too much for you.
You're too much for me.
Only because you're not used to watching a winner!
mysteries unlocked. Oh, you get used to the beastly smell, I hear. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. At least the temp's nice and steady underground. steel. Wow, wow, wow. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Choo-Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason, but he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck. He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart, in case of emergency. It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act in case of an emergency. Choo-Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need greasing to open. Says there's no better person to use it. Glad the rails led you right here.
Dark flees before light.
Oh, no need to shout.
There is when you're running so far away.
I'm still here.
Not for long if I have anything to do with it.
Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. So, says you covered the important things already. You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo-Choo has no use for it now. Choo-Choo says he feels strongly about helping his next, just like you did for him. He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the wrong train will take you to the right place. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Figures everyone chooses their own path. The longer you ride the rails, though, the easier it is to travel with friends. Choo-Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave. Hopes to see you again soon. This might be the end of everything as we know it.
Evan, tulusin. Ano pa bang nigracho po?
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed.
Evan, tulusin. Unarupocho. Macho.
He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent in that shell, or better yet, head. Pyro sticks will do the trick.
Mick?
He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang.
Kadal ilvanto alyak.
There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free.
Eka. Nan. Nenka na bang kadal?
You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyros. If you're fast, you have a shot at catching some of them before they go off.
Nan di kampambay avarku. Eka.
Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate description considering most of the pyros are duds, seeing as they're as old as the old world. Can't be too many. Love to hear a mount's footbeat. Let's see. rubber scrap got uncovered over there. So much damage. Slash and dash. Be gentle, this mount's a breather. That there is a fume foundry, where toxanol processed go juice. Well, what do you know? There's a notice board, probably once filled with posts begging for nose plugs. There's a gas capturatory not too far from here. Just keep your nose up. The Toxanol Corporation made gas into burn fuel here. It made everyone sick after a while. The poisoning happened slowly. By the time they realized it was happening, it was too late, especially for them. Nasty as this place is, you might still find some tracks here. The inputters need to be linked to boot the mind monitor. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's mind over matter, software over hardware. Success is peace of mind. Metal scrap. Great for making tough things. That looks like you're on track. It's comforting to travel on an old path like this. For you, I mean. Toxanol sold it all off as fast as they could make it. Might be some hidden around, but not a lot. Seems like those tracks never run out of gas. Bad. That hurt him. Now you get it. Hide or hunt tonight. That's your call. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Looking good. Nice. Metal scrap. You can always use that. The scrap keeps piling up. Don't overstep. Check out that plastic scrap over there. Could be this key. Take the environment in and enjoy it while it lasts. That's a bang plant, where toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. Super effective. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. There they are. You fixed those flame flies fast. Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. Disposed of him. That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. At least you're not coming out of this empty-handed.
Mai kadal ilvanto aliak.
The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the Merc Puff where it counts.
Kadal ilvanto aliak. Mai naan oro potayake.
He hopes so, as there's no Plan B, or more correctly, Plan C. Out of Date has named this Plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea. Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos, scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the Merc Puff in particular. Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find Gil and he'll be able to tell you where to find the guppos. Tells you it's a sort of fish that's able to reproduce really fast, which is a real advantage when you're going for infinite ammunition. This is turning out to be quite an expedition. You located the village named Loblydurk. Let's see. Best part of this ride is it runs on green stuff. Let's see. This is Burblebottom, residents of Gill.
Yes, sir.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you.
I know I've heard a bit of tournament, but already a key.
Claims to have been born swimming, but he must flap-flop clear of it during these dark days.
Liver, sir. Must face with which.
It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against?
Totally way off furrow, if it may.
It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away.
A study of man.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty.
Liver, sir. I didn't know what for sober. Tenocratic.
Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by.
Tenocratic. I didn't know what for sober.
Wonders who would want to. The right wave takes you where you want to go.
Me howdy feta.
Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live.
Gwana me fee.
Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo.
So worry.
Happy you ride alongside the myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with.
Main cried on a feta.
Says they shine so bright. They glitter on the waves.
Main cried on a feta. Mein Friende.
But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right?
Cofintra Bidwitchen.
He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there.
Meant to worry. Right where the cloud saw.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills.
Gwaith is gone nether pan gwail matter.
He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison.
Fest and trip Cofintra Bidwitchen.
Claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes poison too, including the Tree of Life.
Tenocratic. Fest and trip.
His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in the right direction.
Right where the cloud saw.
But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the ones that aren't already rotting.
Betty the Fudo. Mein Friend Kefarte.
If you head in the right direction, you'll find a clean enough bit of surf to snag yourself some guppos. Then you can get them to Wiz for whatever he has in mind.
Gwana me fee.
Helping both you and Wiz makes him double happy. could be a secret here forever. There they are. You fixed those flame flies fast. Bang Shelter 11G. Too bad these aren't proof against the end of the world. Looks valuable. Time to ride. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. Plastic scrap stays forever, but maybe you can make something out of it. That there's the Guppy hut. Might be some fuel patching here in there. Good hit. Right where it cuts. Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. There they are. Now, catch them. Made the kill. Made it count. Zap. Hey, nice shot. That's going to leave a mark. So much destruction. Just hold on tight. This is Guppy Grotto. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wonder what you could make with that. It's easy to lose track of time down here. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition.
Evan uvu tulusen ikavum potakam.
He's surprised the Merc Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time.
Evan uvu tulusen ambatyatomba.
It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by toxanol's contamination.
Non pandale ibali kantafu.
Being undersurf has meant the Merc Puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed.
Avar atakali ketut kontan kalai rontun.
This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the others.
Avar atakali ketut kontan non pandale ibali kantafu.
He's sure there's enough time to confront the Merc Puff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters. That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game. You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you. Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their pride, the guiding light of the tribe. It's time to return to the tree one last time. Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes talking to you. Says you'll meet again. Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is preparing to take revenge. The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date. If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, light-hearted beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, it's time to do that now. Then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupin's stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours half done. He says you need to see Lupin eye to eye one last time. He's happy to help. Says talking to you was interesting. The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe. That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must. He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature. There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it. Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it. The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor? If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're up. Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power. The more he does, the stronger he becomes. It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way. This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
That was unexpected, but welcomed. The big bad predator left for dead. I wouldn't have wanted to miss this for the world.
I think the thing we're really missing here is someone with a heart and soul. The only thing we've got left are those who've lost their minds.
Heart and soul, life and death are one thread. The same line viewed from different sides. It's just that my side is so much better.
Well, anyone in their right mind can see you're lost. But you're right about the thread. Unfortunately, it's been very dark and has run throughout, taken friends, parents, and now yet another life.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand. Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow. He knows things that you need to know. Says you'll see each other later. As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way, a beginning of something new.